going to be talking about relationship. I'm not an expert in this field, neither am I a motivational speaker, but sometimes some things do make you come across some certain things that you do want to talk about it. Who knows, some people will benefit from it. How do we maintain good relationship? Both at home, at work area, in the school, with your colleagues, friends, with your spouse. Most times we do find some of the motivational speakers do tell us that you maintain good relationship through talking to each other, communicating well. You make sure that the person understands you, your partner understands you, your friends understands you, you listen to them, you do this and that. I've come to understand that you have to do things that really work for you. That's the way I understand mine. You do what really works for you. Because sometimes some of the advice that they give us, talk to the person, make sure the person listens to you and all that. Sometimes some people might even be talking together, trying to iron things out. Before you know it, they'll clash and they will start quarreling once again. Nobody is listening to each other and they will be shouting on top of their voices. It depends on their understanding. That's the way I see it. When you have somebody that understands you, I think that will really pave the way for you. Even those that work in the offices, sometimes not everybody will understand you at the same time. You might have a boss that don't even like to listen to you. Immediately you're bringing out anything to come and tell the person is shouting on top of his or her voice and telling you, hey, it's not good, it's not like that, just drop it there. They are not even listening to you at all, and they just want you to obey that command that moment. And from that, sometimes some of the things, the good things you have in mind that you tend to voice out, that you needed to say so that it can help either the company where you're working, or maybe the relationship with your spouse or your friends, colleagues, you tend to swallow it because the person shut it down. He didn't want you to say it out. He didn't want you to say anything. So I think in this area, in this kind of thing, you have to practice exactly what works for you. What works for Mr. A might not work for Mr. B or Mr. C. You might find out in a particular area, maybe you might be a friend to someone and two of you are moving together, and people will be wondering, what is it that is really keeping these two people together? Every time you see them, they are talking, they are together, they laugh together, they go to functions together, whatever thing they do it together. What is really that is keeping them? Not that they don't offend each other. They do. But they iron it out politely in a way that when I tell you the way you have offended me, okay, maybe see what you do that I don't like. The person will say, oh, I'm really sorry. You know what? I'm not going to do it that way again. And the other person too has what pleases her too. We have individual differences. There are things that you can do to me that I wouldn't like. But because maybe if you just try to open up and start saying it, it will not cause more quarrel, then you tend to swallow it. Not that exactly, but that's understanding. You have understood the person that hence you start trying to iron some of the things out, or trying to argue and everything so that it will work for you exactly the way you feel it. It will cause quarrel. So you try to understand that person, that area, the person does not like it. So you leave it and try to see how you can work things out with the person, and you still flow together and still be in good relationship. Some people do advise and say, ask questions. Try to ask the person questions, try to do this and listen to them and all that. Sometimes some of the questions you might ask your friend, maybe that particular information is not matured for him or her to release that information to you that moment. but you know your ear is itching to hear what is it all about. I really want to hear this and that, and you know there are some of the things that once it comes to your ear, it's somehow difficult for you even to keep it to yourself. Some of the things that are so exciting, you tend not to keep it to yourself like that. So by the time you ask question and the person is not coming up with any answer or solution, telling you this is what it's all about, you now feel, oh, maybe the person doesn't want to tell me, you know, maybe he has found another person now that is flowing with him or her. Oh, that's why the person is not even telling me anything again. By the time you share the information and you find out that that information is falling into wrong hands, next time maybe you'll not be able to share the information with the person again. So that's why I say you try the things that work for you. Things that work for Mr. B might not work for Mr. A. So you try to be flexible, allow for change, let there be change. And sometimes some of the things that you do put, oh, these are the rules, we will have to do it like this, you have to put all this in this organization, and you find out that some of those rules and all those things that you marked at, it's not really flowing well. It's not really working out well. Many people are grumbling, they are always complaining. It's good to always allow change and growth, things that can help people to grow in your relationship. For the fact that you disagree sometimes does not mean that the person does not like you. There's bound to be disagreement in every relationship, both in your offices and the place you work, with your colleagues, your friends, association you belong to. There are going to be disagreements. For the fact that you could disagree does not mean that you don't love each other, you don't care for each other. Disagreements are bound to be there. So I don't even think that some of the things that we do hear from the motivational speakers, not that some people can practice it and it will work for them, but I believe in what works for me. I should check what really works for me with those that I'm friends with. What does the person like? I might be the type that like, oh, let's go out, you know, move here, go to this place, visit here and there, see things. But the person that I'm in friendship with is not that type of person. It's not the going out type, the type that will move here and there and everything. And you feel that, oh, maybe the person does not like you. Each time you talk about let's go here, let's move here, the person says no. No, it's not in that person that she's not the type that goes out so much. Maybe he's not the type that moves out here and there. That's her own lifestyle, and you don't need to force your own things, your own ideas to the person. You need to study the person and know what works for the person. That's the way I believe that things should be. So when you don't call people too, I look at the area that when people will not say, yeah, you don't call me again now, and you have forgotten me. For Christ's sake, when you stay and remember somebody and say, okay, it's been a long time I've not heard from this person. He doesn't call me again. If you pick up your phone and send small message and say, hello, good morning, good afternoon, how are you doing? It's been a long time I heard from you. It's not going to take anything away from you. And the person can reply. And you might still be counting and telling the person, oh, you have not been calling me this and that. And the person that you're even telling all these things, now keeping malice, feeling that the person is not calling, you don't even know whether the person is in good health condition or not. You don't even know whether the person is alive or not. Some people might just be having grudges against somebody and say, you don't call me again, this and that. You don't know what happened. Because I recall that sometimes when you live in a particular environment and after some time you move to another area, the area you used to stay, you have friends, you have people that are with you, that you do talk with. You're welcome to my live stream. So there are people that you do talk with, and after some time, maybe business or work will take you to another environment. By the time you get there, you tend to see different faces, and before you know it, you get a good relationship with them. You become friendly with them, and you start knowing people, associating with them. And from there, you know many people, and from there, you will be moving here and there. Not that you have forgotten the ones that you have met previously, but you tend to align with the ones that you're staying with that moment. So not that you've forgotten the friends that you've had before. Once in a while too, you chat them up. Oh, okay, maybe you will call each other. Sometimes by the time you are now moving and getting more friends and they are becoming many, sometimes you now find out that you can even stay for over a year. That some people that you have met maybe through your secondary school or university time, oh, you have not been able to speak with them, you have not seen them again. Sometimes you might even be searching through Facebook, searching for their names, this and that. You will not find them because not everybody can just use their real name and put in Facebook. Some people use a different name and different thing, just put in their profile, and you keep searching and searching like forever and you're not seeing them. Meanwhile, the person will be feeling, oh, they're forgotten about me now, nobody cares about me, they don't call me. You don't know that that person have you in mind. They are praying for you too. They are really remembering you, but maybe they have lost your contacts. So I don't really count for people or have grudge in my mind or about people and say, oh, they are not calling me, they don't ask of me again, not even a text and whatever. No, I can't do that because I don't even know what the person is facing. I don't really know what the person is facing. Everybody, you have your own challenges facing you every day. So all we need to do for each other is to remember each other in prayer, ask God to keep them in good health and provide for them. So once in a while, if the person happens, you happen to come in contact with the person, wow, glory be to God. You say, it's been a long time I've been looking for you. But if you still have the contact of the person, if I don't call, you call, it's still okay. All the people in my contacts, I might not remember everybody at the same time to call them, but I have them in my heart and I love them and I do pray for them. Ask God to always protect them. That's why I try to look at some of these things, because some things that can still provoke people that they keep distance from you is our language of communication. The language of communication can make or mar your relationship. So you need to understand people, know the right words to use at the right time, because somebody might just be angry somewhere or something has happened in the office and he's coming back and he's really angry, and at the same time you're coming to voice out loud or something, oh, this and that, you didn't call me yesterday, yeah, and I was calling you, I sent text and you did not even reply me, this and that, in fact, skip. By the time you start blah 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 blah, another person at that time is already angry about something else. And if you don't take time, it can lead to something that would destroy that relationship that people have built for so many years. So you need to understand people. You need to know when you talk to them, know the language you use on them. Don't use high tone. So you always be polite when you're talking to people to maintain your good relationship. I believe in what works for me. What works for me, if I use it and give another person advice, see how you can manage your spouse, see how you can manage your family, see how you can manage your friends out there, see how you can manage your colleagues. This is the way I do this. No, it might not work for the person. It might not work for the person. Environment differs. So you try to adhere to the things that work for you. Study the people around you and do the way it works for you. Have them in your mind and make sure that you keep a very good relationship with everybody. It's always good to be at peace with everybody. So I advise that we seek peace and pursue it. Maintain good relationship the way we understand it, and ask God for understanding so that we can always maintain a very good relationship. Try what works for you and love the people around you. Thank you for joining my live stream this afternoon. It's already afternoon, yeah. Thanks for joining my live stream. Until I come your way next time, just make sure that you do what works for you and maintain good relationship in every area. In your work area, at home, and everywhere you find yourself. God bless you. Until I come your way next time, remain blessed.